Good morning, Mr. Hopwood. This is my project to protect an object from collision. So let's check out the video really quickly. So here it is. And as we can see, the egg did not crack, and yeah. So the experimental results. So what did I do for my experiment? So as we can see, I just did the egg dropping experiment, which is when you get an egg and you drop it from a given point, and you have to create a contraption so that the egg does not crack or break. So what did I use for my material? So for the parachute, I used a plastic bag, cut it up into a square, and then tied it with some strings to the egg. Then the egg, I wrapped it around some kind of cloth to protect the egg when it fell and it landed on the floor. And those are about it. What was the result? Well, the result was good. The egg did not crack, and the experiment was successful. So, how did the parachute work? Or how do parachutes work? Well, as we know, the parachute creates a bubble, right, where air gets trapped inside, and the air creates an upward force. Okay, so that makes the parachute want to go up, but the weight of the egg is greater than that force going up. Therefore, the force tries to go up, but the egg pushes down. So what does that do? That just makes the parachute go down and very slowly, because of course it traps all that air, right? And if that were hot air, then the parachute would go even slower because it would want to go up. It'd probably even go up, as a matter of fact. So, how did the cloth also prevent the egg from cracking? So, what are the qualities of a cloth? So, cloth is made up of millions of little fibers that make the cloth really soft and it absorbs energy. Therefore, it was perfect for the job. So, when the egg dropped on the grass, the 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 cloth, it protected it from any scratches or anything from happening to the egg, and it absorbed quite a lot of energy as it fell pretty hard. So evidence of why the egg did not break. So let's go through what we went in class. So what is impulse? So as we know, impulse is time times force. See, the greater the force, the lower the time is, or vice versa. The lower the time, the greater the force. The force. So let's give an example. So let's say you have a car that's going 50 miles per hour, right? And it hits a brick wall. The time between the velocity is 50 miles per hour to zero. That's a fraction of a second. That happens when it crashes, of course. But let's say the car was going 50 miles per hour, but it hit a pillow, a really big pillow, right? The time span between 50 miles per hour and 0 miles per hour would be around 5 to 6 seconds because the car would slowly stop or come to an end. It would take, what, 5 to 6 seconds. Therefore, the force is lower. And that's the same thing that happened in our experiment. You see, if I threw an egg without anything, bare like that, 4 meters into the air, it would take about a second or two to hit the ground. And by the time it hit the ground, completely shatter everywhere. But with our experiment, the egg took what, 5 to 6 seconds to touch the ground. And why is that? That's because of the parachute. See, the parachute made it go much slower down, and the cotton also helped it. Just like an airbag would help someone in a car. It's soft and it helps reduce the time. So, what were my sources? So, I had to look up on how does a parachute work just to be safe, and then I looked up what is impulse because I thought it was quite a hard topic. Thank you.